Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's MasterAquatics and I'm bringing you guys another video. So this video is going to be mainly about my feeding routine for my 125 gallon tank. I also wanted to just give you guys an update on the new fish that I just got. If you haven't seen the video of the unboxing that I did for the new fish, go back and check that video out. Link is in the description. I'll also post a link in the comment section. So my last feeding video was about a few months ago, and I decided that I would do another feeding video just to give you guys an update on my new fish, how they're doing, and to show you guys that they are eating and that they're doing well. But before I show you the feedings, I just want to give you guys clips of each fish that I got. This is one of the red kois. He has a white patch on him. I'm not sure if that's a bite mark or fungus or whatever. I'm not even sure if that's just a part of his color pattern, but he looks like he's doing okay for right now. He doesn't seem like he's in any type of stress. I have my silver platinum in the half black and half silver. The half black and half silver has been pretty, not too aggressive, but just, showing everybody who's boss, especially my silver platinum. So they're still trying to establish a pecking order right now. They're still trying to figure out who runs things in that aquarium, and it looks like that half black definitely dominates my silver platinum, which is a shame because my silver platinums used to run their own tank back in the day. But I'm really liking this half black and half silver. It's definitely colored up really nicely. And I really think I got the best quality for my money when it came to this half black and silver angelfish. I really wasn't sure if I was going to get what I wanted, but Angels Plus never ceases to amaze me. And my black angelfish as well, doing incredible, and I hope that they stay this way. I hope they continue to thrive the way that they are thriving right now. So everything so far is so good. This is my other koi angelfish that I got before the new ones that I just showed, and he's still doing okay. He could use a little bit more size on him, but for the most part, he's doing pretty okay. He's doing great. He's gonna make it. He's a trooper. He's a fighter. He is going to be one of the biggest fish I've ever had, and that's another one of my koi angels. And well, Cheddar Bob, he's still Cheddar Bob. He still likes to show people who's boss, and as you can see, he is talking smack to the Philippine Blue over there. As always, the Philippine Blue is the bigger person and walks away. And Cheddar Bob is also a bit of a camera hog, and as you can see, after intimidating the Philippine Blue, he wanted to say hi and be a little camera hog that he is. Really happy that I got Cheddar Bob 3 months ago, and we can't forget Red also. I believe Red is a female, so I always say her or she when it comes to Red, and I believe she is one of the best angels I've ever kept. We also have the Gourami here, and Red getting in the way of the Gourami shot. I do apologize for that, people, but I can't say no to that beautiful face. And a lot of people keep saying she has ick, but that's just the way her fins are. And this is a everyday thing, by the way. It's everyday, bro, with the intimidation flow. Cheddar Bob is always talking smack to those Philippine Blues, and my silver platinum sometimes get in the mix. And this is my other new koi. I believe he's a standard fin. He looks okay. I don't really like his fins too much, but his color is off the chain. This is my big silver veil angelfish. You can't see how big he is judging from the clip that you see in front of you. I'll have to do a video comparing him to my hand. That's the female. She is a blushing angelfish, and she is paired up with that big silver angelfish that you just saw. In case you guys are new to the channel, I went ahead and explained that. And they are doing fine. They are doing great. They are actually the healthiest angelfish that I currently own right now. They are very hardy, they are always willing to eat, and they're always working for me. When I say working for me, I mean that they are constantly laying eggs. As you can see, the female is getting ready to do that in that clip. She's eyeing the slate, she is cleaning it. When you see them doing that side to side motion and you see them pecking at that slate or a specific area in the aquarium, then you know it's baby making time. And also another indicator is if you look at the breeding tube, as you can see, the female there, she has a breeding tube that's sticking out. It's a little bit bigger than the male. You can see it there. The female has a thicker and bigger breeding tube. The male has a smaller and kind of pointier breeding tube. It's a lot smaller than the female. So the females, they have bigger breeding tubes because they are the egg layers. And the males have the smaller one because they just fertilize the eggs, and that's how it works in their world, and it's pretty amazing to see them spawning for me. So every day, at least twice a day, I like to feed my fish flakes. They love flakes, and I believe flakes are one of the healthiest things that you can give to your fish. I just use the normal Tetra brand, and I feed them that stuff, specifically the Smart Color Flakes. I feel like it really works, and it really gets their color a little bit more intense and bright and vibrant. So that's why I like to feed it to them. And I usually will feed them this before I feed them any frozen foods or any live food. I'll feed them a handful of flakes. Rule when it comes to feeding flakes: if you don't know how much food to put in there, this is a good indicator to try out. My suggestion is if you are able to put food in there and they are able to consume every flake before any of it touches the ground, then you did not put enough. If food is falling to the ground, you don't need to put any more food. Now, my food of choice is krill. I love feeding krill to my angelfish, although you're not really supposed to feed krill to your angelfish because angelfish most of the time are not that big to eat krill. But I like to get my krill and get a warm cup of water and defrost my krill in there, and then afterwards I like to cut up the krill in very small pieces because even though my angelfish are a good size, they might have trouble eating this. But if they are able to eat this, they are going to benefit from this a lot. This is really going to help my angelfish grow big and healthy. Feeding meaty foods such as bloodworms and mysis shrimp, in my experience, really benefits the fish's growth by a lot rather than just feeding them strictly flakes. With angelfish, they need a varied diet. I mean, you can keep them alive with just flakes, but you know, you want to mix it up a bit and feed them different kinds of frozen foods because you really want them to grow to their full potential, and you can't really do that with flakes. At least not with Tetra Flakes. So don't depend on that to keep your angelfish well fed and happy. Now, what I realized though is that with angelfish, when they eat krill, I always thought they didn't really like krill because they'll eat half of it and spit it back out. But what I realized is that what they're actually doing is they're actually putting the krill in their mouth and they're eating the insides and they're spitting out the shell. I didn't realize the krill had a shell on it. And if they didn't really like this stuff, they wouldn't be fighting over it like they were just now. They love this stuff, especially Cheddar Bob. Cheddar Bob can't get enough of it. Each and one of these fish, they will eat the krill until their stomach is completely bloated. Even then, they might even go after some leftovers and some sloppy seconds or sloppy thirds. I recommend that you feed your angelfish krill, but only if they're big enough. Look at Cheddar Bob go. He's eating that thing like it's nothing. He'll do that a few more times until he's able to swallow it completely. And Cheddar Bob wasn't the biggest angelfish in this tank. Cheddar Bob actually used to be a lot smaller, but he's been growing. Same with my other silver platinums. They're growing as well, and they're also coloring up. It's amazing to see that my fish is growing more in this aquarium. And as you can see, Cheddar Bob has a food baby, and he just doesn't know when to quit. He's still on the search for some food. He's always hungry. He's always having an appetite. Now, we can't forget about the babies in the 10-gallon tank. We got to feed them too, of course. But before I do that, I kind of just want to show you guys how they've been doing. Here it is, 10-gallon tank with the fry. And all it has in there is a heater and a sponge filter. And that sponge filter is doing a lot of the work for me, to be honest. Because before I put that sponge filter in there, I would have to clean out their water almost every day just to make sure that they were growing properly and that they had good quality water, and to make sure that they're healthy. That sponge filter, ever since I put it in, it's been keeping the water clear, been keeping the water clean, and taking care of the little guys in there while I'm away at work and doing other things. I've also been feeding them a lot more. You know, this goes hand in hand with water changes, is making sure that you're consistently feeding these guys, because if these guys go as much as 3 hours without food, that can be a red light, and that can definitely do harm. And this is their baby brine shrimp. You know, I get it out of a hatchery that I do. If you don't know how to hatch baby brine shrimp, I'll post a link in the description for that video as well. I have a video on hatching baby brine shrimp. It's the easiest thing to do in the fish hobby. Once you just get over the fear of actually doing it, you'll know how easy it is and how often you can do it, and you'll be able to grow your babies properly. Keep in mind, if you are trying to feed baby brine shrimp to your fry, keep in mind it takes 24 to 36 hours for baby brine shrimp to hatch. So try to hatch baby brine shrimp in advance, and try to keep 2 hatcheries going at the same time, so that way you don't have to have a day gap of not feeding your fish. You always want to have baby brine shrimp on hand, on deck, just to keep your little babies full and happy, because one day of not eating can make a big difference for your fry. If they skip their meals for one day, it can cause them to starve to death, and it can cause them not to grow properly. So make sure that they get all their nutrients on time. Anyways, that's the end of the video. My name is MasterAquatics. Appreciate you guys for watching this video. Take care and bye.
Thank you, young God, for the blessing. Ayy.